Hey, welcome back. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I want to show you something I found yesterday, and it's related to something that I've been using for quite a while, and it's called Manuals Library. And it's a collection of manuals for all kinds of things, mainly electronics. And like I say, I've used it a lot. For instance, if I see a radio on eBay and I don't know much about it, I'll go to this website and I'll do a search on that radio and find the user's manual. I might find a service manual, and my BlueStacks is still updating, which we'll get to in a minute. So here's the website. It's called, or it's manualslib.com, and you just type in a product that you want to get a manual for, and for the most part it's free. At least the way I've used it, it's free. So I typed in realistic, which makes it's a name brand for a lot of radios. Used to be sold by Radio Shack. So I'm just going to type in realistic. I could type in something more definitive, but I'm just going to use this generic name, and I'll do a search. And here's what it's found: amplifiers, cassette players, electronics, keyboards, all this stuff. We'll come down here to radios. We got scanner radios, receivers. So let's say I need a manual for the DX160, very popular radio from Radio Shack. And they have, on this website, they have the service manual and the owner's manual. So I could go to, let's look at the owner's manual. So I click on there, and there's the owner's manual. Unfortunately, it's sideways. I don't think you can rotate it. Let's see, I don't see a place where you can rotate it, but you can download it. And then it shows there's like 5 pages or more, might be more. It shows 5. Let's go to the 5th page. Again, you need to rotate it. No, it is more than 5 pages. All right. So there's an example. I don't remember if you can rotate it, and you can download it. Now you have to be a little careful. You don't download some of these advertisements. So let me see. Right up here is the download button, and you can download that to your computer. So you got the file on your computer, and you can print it out if you want to. So what I found is there is now an application, at least on Android. It might be on Apple. I'm not sure. I don't really have an Apple that I use that much. That will do the same thing by the same company. So let's go to BlueStacks. I'm running BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator on my PC, because if the program will run, it's easier to demonstrate and capture on my PC than trying to use a camera to capture my tablet. So we're going to see if this works. Right here it is. So I'm going to open it up. I've downloaded it using BlueStacks. BlueStacks is free. And so this is how it would look on your cell phone or your tablet. And then you enter a product name. Again, I entered something generic called the realistic. So here it lists everything it has in its library that has the word realistic in it. And we should be able to scan down here. Whoops. The one thing I noticed about this, and it's probably an adjustment, I noticed about this BlueStacks on my PC is the mouse is really sensitive. There's probably an adjustment for that, and I just haven't taken the time to do that. So anyway, here is the DX160 owner's manual. So I just click on that. And there it is. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong orientation also. And I don't think We can print that page, but I don't see a way of rotating it. There probably is. I just haven't used it, and I just happened to pick a manual. As I recall, this manual is long or wide, or just wide. So that's why when they took the picture to capture it, they had to do it this way. Otherwise, part of this page would be cut off. So that's why it's rotated. Yeah, I remember it's like 8.5 by 11, but it's horizontal and not vertical manual like a book would be. So that's just an example. We can go back maybe. Let's see, go back. And we could pick another one maybe that's not didn't have to be rotated. Here's a Pro 27, which I believe is a scanner. Here's a Pro 43. I know this is a scanner. Very popular. There we go. Now that one is rotated properly, and you can just scan through it. This is the actual manual from Radio Shack. You can zoom in. How do I know I can zoom in. Oh, there we go. I double clicked. And then you can scan around here in case the text is too small. Double click again. Makes it even bigger. So this website itself is fantastic. Because like I say, one of the things I do is if I'm on eBay and I see a radio that I'm interested in and I have no idea about its specs or anything, I'll go to this website, or now I can use this tablet application and look it up, and 99% of the time it's there. Now you might ask yourself, and let me close this down, you might ask yourself, why would you use the application? Well, the reason you'd use the application is portability. So if you're like, somebody calls you up and says, my Radio Shack DX160 radio is acting up, can you come take a look at it? And if you don't have a hard copy, actually I do have a hard copy of this, and it is kind of funky the way it's laid out. You could download, you could do two things. Well, at least two things. You could go to this website on your computer, you could download this and somehow get it on a tablet or something and take it with you. You could print it out, but I think this is probably 20 or maybe 4 pages, a lot of printing. Or you could put this application on your tablet and then download it to your tablet, or take your tablet with you, and maybe you want the other manual that they had for this one, and you could download it at the person's location if they have internet access. So I am really amazed now that this website is now an application on the Android devices. Again, it might be on Apple too. You'd have to look. And again, let me go back to BlueStacks, and the file name. Let me see if I can go back to. I don't use BlueStacks that much. Let's go to Home. Okay, there it is right there. Manuals lib. I can go to the Applications Center, and I can do a search on manuals. I'll do a search right here. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And there it is right there. So it's in, whoops, yeah, my mouse. I gotta adjust my mouse. It's really goes too far when I do that. Here it is, right here. It's received a rating of 4.7 out of 5. I do have it installed on my tablet now, but I can say it's easier to show it to you using this emulator on my PC than it is with my camera trying to capture the screen on my tablet with all the reflections and everything. So that's it. if you're into, buying unusual radios, I say unusual, radios you don't know about, or you want to find out information and get the owner's manual, like I say, they have hundreds of thousands of manuals on radios, on electronics, all kinds of stuff. Check it out, either the web page or get this application. If you enjoyed my show, please give me a thumbs up. If you'll take a second and go down to just below the video, there's a share button and you can share my show. I'd appreciate that. That way more people know about my shows. We finally got over 9,000 subscribers about a month ago, and we're getting close to 3 million views, and that's all brought on by my subscribers, my viewers, and I appreciate it. I thank you for using my Amazon store that helps support getting radios and stuff to review on my show. Have a great day. Bye-bye.